If you're talking about the Warriors and their chances going forward, Draymond Green, we know what he thinks, and look at this bold prediction he made earlier this week.
19 was when Steph really locked in on the weight room. And so that's where he kind of starts taking that bump and kind of bumping it up a little bit. I think you started to see it then, that growth, and like, oh, man, nobody can stop this dude now. And I think that really changed the complexity of our organization, and I'm pretty certain that's why we'll win 3 of the next 4 NBA championships.
Wow, 3 of 4. Do you agree with Draymond?
Listen, the only surprise here was that Draymond didn't say we're winning the next 4 championships. I'm really not sure why he gave anyone any of them.
I'll tell you why, so that if they don't win next year, he can say I said 3 of the next 4.
That's right. Now listen, I mean,
well, do you agree with him?
No, I mean, I agree with him in the sense that the last 6 years that their core has been healthy. Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, the Warriors have made the NBA Finals, right? So, of course, Draymond is going to think we can win every year. Why wouldn't he? They just won the championship this year, right? But you look at the combination of age, injury, and competition, I just think it's going to be very difficult for Golden State to win 1 more, let alone 3 of the next 4. Because you look at the teams around them, right? Just look at the West. You got Memphis coming up, obviously gave them a ton of trouble in the second round this year. You've got the Clippers who are going to be coming. You have Denver who's going to be healthy this year. You've got Dallas with Luka Doncic. You got Phoenix. We'll see what they look like after last year. That's just in the West. We just got done talking about the Bucks, the Celtics, the Nets, the Sixers. There's a ton of really good teams. So you need to not only be good, you also have to be lucky. These guys are in their mid-30s, ton of miles on their tires. They've all had injuries. I just think it's hard to count on them.
And then, Wendy,
they're going to have a shot.
And then, Wendy, can the Warriors keep this team together?
They can, and they will. You know, it's been 10 years now that these 3 guys, you know, Curry, Klay, and Draymond have been together. That's very rare in the NBA.
You know, the Bulls might not have given out a $100 million contract. The Warriors are giving out $100 million just left and right. For the rest of the
one of the reasons why it's hard to keep guys, first off, it's hard to get guys to stay together just personally. There's personal issues that come in, and teams break apart. Another thing is the teams become too, and the Warriors ownership, and it's coincided with their move to San Francisco in a money machine arena, and also that their owners were willing to sell off 5% of the team. They sold off 5% of the team a year ago to help pay for this run.
Wow.
That is something that should not be ignored, okay? I know that it's not fun to talk about the billionaires in this, but I can't think of too many teams in history that would sell off a piece of the equity that they could never get back to pay for this run. And because they did this, they're going to be able to continue to expend $300 million a year. There's even potential that it'll be over $400 million next year, and maybe in the short-term future, even at $500 million. You know, including the luxury tax in the future. So the fact that they are willing to do that, and the fact that they also, while they were on that sort of 2-year hiatus while Klay and Steph were dealing with injuries, they just got 3 lottery picks over the last 2 years. You know that those guys are going to help refresh the group. Jordan Poole, who wasn't a lottery pick, is going to refresh the group. They really, for as much as we make fun and everybody has fun at the expense of the light years comment, they really have been able to extend the window of this group in a way that we really haven't seen in the modern era.
Wow, and the numbers just keep going up and up. $500 million, can you imagine that in the NBA? Feels like it could actually happen. Let's run the floor.